Hello there. Well, it's a lovely day. It's the last day of May, and I'm off to the river just for the morning. And I'm hoping that there'll be some trout rising, which is always great fun. Now, it's a lovely time of year. Just look at that hawthorn blossom. It's been a really good year for blossom everywhere. Well, I'm going to set up the rod. I shall sit on this little stile. Now I'm going to use a homemade fly. It's not very well tied, but these little streams, the trout are not too fussy. It's not like a chalk stream. They'll take anything if it's well presented. Now we haven't had any rain for 3 or 4 weeks now, and the river is lower, but it's still looking in good condition. As long as it doesn't get any lower than this, the fishing will be good this season. It wasn't very good last year, I'm afraid. The drought seemed to go on forever. Now it's such a pretty little stream, and it's just a pleasure to be here. Now I haven't seen any rises, which is a pity. Well, not as yet, but of course it is the morning. It's not like an evening when you do expect to see more rises, but doesn't that emerald green weed look lovely with the water running over it? Very clear. Now I believe this plant is burdock. It's really quite a structural plant with these lovely big leaves, and I think it's got some health benefits. Well, with all this lovely luxuriant vegetation on the banks, I can't really see where I'm walking, and I've got a bad hip, so I'm taking it very carefully. Now there's the lovely damselfly. They're always beautiful things to see. You mustn't take anything for granted on the riverbanks. There's beauty everywhere. Now I can do a bit of back casting here because the trees are not behind me. Now finally I do catch a small wild fish. You can see the paw markings, lovely little fish. Always get them back to the water as quick as possible. The other thing I always like on the riverbank are the smells, particularly this water mint. It's absolutely lovely. Well, my morning's nearly over, and I'm getting a bit of a pain from my hip, so I'm going to have to make my way home. But I've had a lovely morning here. I think it was Bernard Shaw that said that youth was wasted on the young. I don't know whether it's wasted, but you don't appreciate it when you're younger, that one day even climbing over a stile will be slightly difficult. Still, we mustn't grumble. We've had a lovely morning, and it was well worth a little bit of pain.
Hello, I thought I'd show you the rod that I used this morning. It's just under 8 feet, which is 2.40 meters, and it's a rod I've had probably for 30 years. And it goes into a little case like this, which you can see is not very long, and it's quite a nice little rod. It comes apart into 5 pieces and they fit into this case. It hasn't got the best action in the world, but it's perfectly adequate, and you wouldn't expect it. It wasn't very expensive when I bought it, It's probably better for overhead casting than roll casting, but I mean it does roll cast, but I usually use a slightly longer rod for that. Now the reel that I use, I've had this for quite a few years as well. It's a Redington reel. That's the make of it, and it's a very nice reel, and I quite like it because it doesn't make a very noisy click. In fact, it's quite quiet, and that's one of the reasons I bought it, really. I don't like to make too much noise on the water. Well, that's the end of my little video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click a like, and if you want to see another video like this on YouTube, then please subscribe. Goodbye for now.